Thank you.
We need gas bottles.
Can I take my coat off?
I wouldn't bother, neither of us has. All right, then, don't listen to me. What's in the cases?
Clothes.
Oh, I think about putting some on. Where have you been?
London, where I've resigned from Marshall Wren. Burying a career in commercial law that I've been building for the last 10 years.
You do know we've not been paid for the last 2 months.
Newcastle is full of people who need solicitors. Trust me, this is gonna work.
That's what Simons used to say.
There's 800 here if you want to give me a hand. Oh, how do I get to Ridgeway House? I'd like a word with Mr. True.
Take the A537 and go completely round the bend.
Mr. True? I've been working with Colin Simons. A week ago, he took off with all of my money. And a lot of everyone else's. I got this yesterday.
Darwin?
I don't think he's coming back.
Well, you wouldn't.
Well, I paid a lot of his bills. And I want you to take that as a down payment. If you could just sign, I can officially take over the practice. I want to rebuild it.
Do you know what I want to do? I want to walk down that hallway and get myself a nice cup of tea. Stick with the strictly achievable. That's what I learned. Be nice and warm in Darwin.
Kim, can you put those in the electric for me? And can you get me a list of all of Simon's clients?
Here's your first one.
What are we doing for her?
We're not doing anything for her. We're representing him. If I was you, I'd try and get in touch. You could send him a leaflet.
Mr. Allison, if that's your car, I wouldn't park it there. Someone will drop something on it. I wouldn't stick your head over either. Whatever you're trying to sell.
I work for Colin Simons. I don't think he'll be doing your plea in directions tomorrow.
Where is he?
Australia's Northern Territories.
You got some ID? I was in the Corkin Castle.
The police say you followed her outside and attacked her.
I didn't follow her outside. Didn't attack her either. She was stood at the bar and no one was with her. I asked if she wanted a drink.
And?
I bought her a vodka, she downed it in one, told her to get stuffed, then left. I finished my pint and I came home. First I knew about this is when I was being arrested. Just sat down to watch the darts, all hell broke loose. I don't know why he picked me.
This is her boyfriend.
Timothy Long. Picked us out the lineup. She says I can't remember a thing. Simon should have told you all this.
Would you like me to represent you?
I've got a choice.
You working at the moment?
Signing on.
Right, everything we do's on legal aid.
Have we got a barrister?
Not as yet, no. E.B.
The last thing I need is a heartfelt apology.
Well, let me apologise anyway. Let me buy you a drink. Do you know you're the only friend I've got?
Think again.
All right. I wanted to ask you to take on another client with me.
And in which particular parallel universe do you fondly imagine this is going to happen?
The man claims he's innocent.
Yes, my name's John Close. I'm with a firm called Simons & True.
Hello? Is that William Merrick's chambers?
My name's John Close.
Hello there.
Yes, I'm a solicitor with a firm called Simons & True, and I was... Hello?
Is Peter Hart in at the moment? My name's John Close.
Who?
I'm with a firm called Close and True.
I take it I'm not the only barrister you've tried?
I'll have to admit you're not. I'm just setting up. I've heard you're good, and I think legal aid's important.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna say no, Mr. Hart, say it now. We'll waste no more of your time.
Oh, please. Peter.
So, is this one as innocent as Steve?
Well, he hasn't actually told me that he did it, so I'm gonna represent him.
You mean they're letting you back into a court after last time? You know, people around here, they're going to let you down. That's what your father would have said.
If my father was here, Mum, I'd still be in London. London's what he wanted. This is something I'm doing for me. Gordon?
John?
Accommodation office?
Just up there.
I'm looking for Marie James.
You are?
John Close. Miss, I'm Merrick Allison's solicitor, Miss James. I know this is difficult.
Don't you think that's a bit of an understatement? You don't have to speak to him.
What do you want?
Just want to find out what happened.
I went to the toilet, and when I came back, your client was talking to Marie. Next thing I know, they'd gone. I went outside and I saw what he did. I've been through all this with the police. We both have.
I'm sorry, I don't remember anything about the attack. Can't really talk about this.
Hi. Now, your secretary sent over all the papers. I'm sorry about the venue. It's easy for me.
Mr. Allison, it's Eric. Peter Hart.
Hello. Do sit down. I've eaten, but
Just a coffee for me and...
Oh, I don't drink coffee. Nothing.
2 lattes? Huh? And can you do me a toasted tea cake? Okay. You've got a previous conviction for Section 18 GBH, so I do see why you're worried. If you're found guilty of GBH again, you'll be sentenced to life.
Life?
Well, 2 strikes and you're out. This is the second GBH. The Crime Sentences Act, 1997. You're looking at Section 2.
There was nothing in your file about a previous conviction?
Simons knew.
Listen, folks, this really isn't a problem. I don't think the prosecution have a case. The fact that you were picked out by this bloke in a lineup is hardly conclusive. The victim still remember bugger all. How did you plead last time?
Well, I pleaded guilty because I was. Served 2 years.
And no trouble from Billy Law since? Now, the main problem I foresee is... Oh, is that tea cake on the way? She's in court. I bet she's going to be 5'1". She's got a black eye, broken arm. She's young, pretty. Now, I'm the jury. You're standing there. I'm damned if I want to acquit without a fight.
So, what do we do?
We give them a fight.
Oh, just one more thing. Could you wear a tie?
Give it me back when we've finished.
Thought you knew about the previous.
Well, we're on a bit of a learning curve.
I'm big. People think I'm trouble. Some drunk hit us with a glass in a bar. I lost my temper. I'd never do it to a woman. You think I did it, don't you?
It's not my job to make that kind of judgment.
Why not? Everybody else does. I've lost most of my mates over this. He seems confident. I think he is. His sort always are.
All the files are a mess.
Then why don't we tidy them up? You know, I've just sat through a meeting with a barrister who's got more information than we have.
Because we've not been paid.
Kim? Sorry. Is that Eric Allison? What does that say?
Guilty.
And what should it say?
Oh, yeah, not guilty.
Now, look, these things are important. If he's convicted, he's going away for life. So can we try and get everything right from now on? You know, we're getting famous for all the wrong reasons. Kim? Did you put those pound coins in the meter? Ah, it doesn't matter. All right. This is the plan. This is what we do. I'm going to speak to the bank right away. I promise I'm going to sort something out. We can all get through this if we all just stay very calm. There is nothing we can't achieve if we all just pull together. This is going to be the best legal aid practice the world. has ever seen.
Run this by me again. You've resigned from a lucrative job in London. You've invested all your savings into a legal practice about to go bankrupt. One of the partners is in a... It is definitely a mental hospital.
Oh, yes. I've been there.
Do you have an account here, Mr. Close?
You're not a viable proposition.
What about as a friend?
You mean you're viable as a friend? We're a bank, right? The idea is that you bank with us, not the other way round. This isn't a business, John. It's a bottomless pit. Ask for your job back.
I don't want my job back.
I don't understand what you're doing here.
Look, I know I haven't exactly got off to a flying start as a criminal solicitor, but I am going to make this work. It's the only way. Got to go. Due in court. Hard to believe, I know.
To the charge of grievous bodily harm, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Sit down, Mr. Allison. Miss Jessup, I'm told there's a matter you wish to raise?
Yes, Your Honour. Counsel wishes to inform the court that Miss James, the victim of the attack, has begun to recall details of the incident. She's given a description of her attacker, in view of which prosecution proposes a second identification parade with the defendant present.
Hey.
She's just going to pick us out.
Well, you weren't there. Why should she pick you out?
Because I was there.
Oh, you weren't there?
I felt stupid in the pub. I finished my pint and I walked out. As I turned into the alley, she was on the floor. I tried to help her. I never hit her.
Why didn't you tell the police?
I've got previous. No way would they have believed this.
And you didn't tell me?
I didn't think you would have believed this either.
I have been let down like this once before. So you tell me the truth. Did you do this?
No!
Then why did you run?
I saw this bloke, Timothy Long. He clocked us. It looked like I'd done it. I didn't do it. I swear to God. I didn't do it. She'll remember she saw us. I'm finished if this goes ahead.
Old Judge Constable, look. Listen very carefully to what my learned friend has to say, and I think I'm going to be sick. So 5 yards from the bench, he throws up all over his chief witness. Can you say hello to Stella for me, Charlie? I'm in the chair. Can't stop. Oh, well. CPS want to hold the ID parade tomorrow.
He was in the alley. He told me he was trying to help her.
Oh, that's a good one. I haven't heard that one for a while. Well, you believe her?
Or isn't it possible that's why she remembers seeing him?
What, so why isn't she saying that?
She's too busy listening to what her boyfriend's saying. I mean, Marie must have spoken to Timothy Long every day for the last 2 months. He's repeatedly told her it was Eric. I want to stop the ID parade.
Well, it's Eric's right not to stand, but that's as good as saying that he's guilty.
Ah. The truth is, Peter, I've only ever done one criminal case, and you could say the Punda came second.
So no one's told you not to take this seriously? Relax, John. It's routine. Can you minister to the patient, please, Charlie? You know anything about criminal law is?
What?
Full of bloody criminals.
What did he say?
He said everything's going to be fine.
I should never have offered her a drink. I'm no good with women.
Join the club?
Yeah, but I bet they don't laugh at you like they do me. I was engaged once. For 4 days. I moved in on the Saturday. My bags were back on the pavement by Wednesday. Do you know what she told us? When I asked her what was wrong. She said she'd done it for a bet.
Are you with anyone at the minute?
Nah. I'm keeping my options open.
You ever work?
I trained to be a chef. At the time, there were too many cooks.
My dad used to work there.
Why not?
He was works convener.
Didn't stop it closing down then.
He put up a fight, though. And so should we.
Mature student nights next week. I don't want to put Marie under any more pressure, but there is something I need to ask. Because Mr. Allison's admitted he was in the alleyway, but he said he was trying to help. But you said you saw him carry out the attack.
It doesn't matter what I saw, Mr. Close. Marie's starting to remember. There's an ID parade tomorrow. Why don't we just leave it at that?
Where is Sally Ann?
I think she slipped out the job centre.
Does this door ever open?
Not while I've been here. Sally Ann says that True swallowed the key.
What are you making?
It's a frog.
It's lovely. Can you use your leaflets? I'm just trying to drum up some business.
You'll get a recommendation from me.
I've known Steve since I was 8, Paula. I didn't ask him to call me.
It's over. Just forget it.
Just like that.
I've finally plucked up the courage to put a dead man's shoes in the bin. I've changed, John. I don't want to see you. But we've all bloody changed, except you.
Well, I'm staying in Newcastle, so if you want to talk, I'm here.
He used you, John.
I know.
For God's sake, go back to London. There's nothing left here.
Will you be needing a reference?
Have you upset somebody?
Other than you?
Jameson Casarato Hope.
Can you fax them straight back and tell them I don't care who they are, and Timothy Long's father can get nodded? Who are they?
Only the biggest legal firm in the city.
Why are they warning me off?
I don't know.
Well, neither do I. Just tell him my dad's bigger than his dad. I will not be intimidated.
Tell him yourself. I've got a job interview with Jeffrey Casarada tomorrow.
Simons and True.
Kim!
Sorry, close.
What?
I cut him off.
Don't worry. If it was important, they'll ring back.
All right, Miss James. You're gonna see 8 people. I want you to look at them and tell me if one of them is the man who attacked you on Berry Street.
But the victim's identified Eric.
Total farce. She's just repeating what her boyfriend told her.
Look, they're articulate, educated, very sure of what they saw. Now, I'm going to say this to both of you for whatever it's worth. There is another option, and that's that Eric pleads guilty.
I didn't do anything.
Nobody's saying that you did.
Then a guilty plea's not an option.
If Eric's found guilty under Section 18, he'll be given a life sentence. A guilty plea means a lot less time in prison. Now, I'm sure I could talk this down to a Section 20.
How long a sentence?
2 years.
Well, I'm not happy with this. There must have been about 50 people in that pub. Eric didn't do it. So we go and we find out who did.
Look, why don't you go and grab a quick coffee or something?
I've told you before, I don't drink coffee.
For Christ's sake, did it ever occur to you he might just have done it?
If he did it, why doesn't he own up?
Well, he would if he had any sense. I mean, I'm not trying to do the guy down, John, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, is he?
And Marie, James, and Timothy Long?
Frankly, yes, they are.
You know, I had a fax from Timothy Long's dad. His solicitor doesn't want me speaking to his son.
Meaning what?
You tell me!
Oh, well. Look, 11 out of 10 for effort, mate, but really?
Do you miss my dad?
What sort of a question's that?
I've just been thinking about him. The car park, that is where he stood.
So as everyone could see him. Said he wouldn't move until everyone came out.
Don't you think that was stupid?
They let him down. 400 men on that shop floor, all trying to pretend your dad wasn't standing outside in the rain.
Don't you think he let them down?
Is that what you think?
He got soaking wet in some futile bloody gesture. He took a week on the sick, went back in, picked up his clock. Thank you very much, Mr. Close. Here's early retirement. You go home now and take it out on your family.
I take it this isn't about money.
Eric's given up. The barrister's given up. I mean, why does everybody give up? Is there something in the water? It's like my dad. He stood for nothing in the end.
I thought you'd given up. You left us for a company car and a flat in the square mile.
It was my dad's idea.
He told you to go to London.
People weren't worth it, he said. This is from a card-carrying member of the Communist Party.
So why did you go?
I wanted to prove I was as stubborn as he was. And I wanted him to ask me to come back. Which, of course, he never did.
What did your mum think?
My mom, she wanted me to settle down with you and have kids, but we're talking about my dad.
I always thought your mum disapproved of me.
And my mom likes you.
Now she does. Do you remember when we first met? I didn't know whether to say hello or get the first flight out of the country.
Yeah, she thought I might lead you astray.
And what did you do?
Borrowed my dad's car and carried you off to Scarborough. A house, Pete.
What would you say if I told you we weren't working out?
I would say that you told me you were.
I lied.
We're not working out.
Do you want to go to Scarborough?
I'm sorry.
No, sorry, it's me.
I've got to get back.
Right, well, in that case.
You're really not going back to London?
No. I'm not giving up. I know you're there, Eric.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You've been standing there half an hour, John. Why don't you just go away?
I'll be back.
Well, don't bother. I won't be in.
I told you to find another barrister.
Oh, I did. Yeah. We're not getting on.
Who is it?
It's Peter Hart. Ah. I've got a client who's going to end up in prison. Peter's persuaded him he needs to plead guilty.
I'm not allowed to comment.
Off the record, then I'll go.
Promise? What have you done to upset Jameson Caserato Hope?
Well, they're the family solicitor for Timothy Long. Got his finals at the end of the year and they don't want me on his case. And I bet Peter enjoys a round of golf with Jeffrey Caserato.
He enjoys a game of golf with Carl Jameson, but it's even simpler than that. Me, Peter Hart, every other barrister on the planet, we're freelance. A gun for hire. Sometimes better for us if nothing takes too long.
So why does Peter want Eric to plead guilty?
Got a birdie up?
Would you like to do this here? Or would you like to go somewhere private?
We're a very private club.
You've got another case, Peter. It's potentially very lucrative, worth more than a bit of legal aid, and starts a day or two before I expect Eric's trial's likely to finish.
When you've been around a bit, like everybody else here, you'll realize you're back in Newcastle doing criminal law. Now, I know you think you're here to make a difference, but real man, real world. He's going to get found guilty.
So going to prison's okay for him?
God, John, look, it's been fun. You know, you've been a real tonic, pure entertainment. We haven't had a red under the bed round here since 1979. If you put your hand on my arm, that's common assault.
I'm as common as it gets.
Should we smash the place up a bit? Bit of solidarity with your Neanderthal client.
I doubt if he'd be allowed in.
You're right. He wouldn't.
So what am I doing here, apart from entertaining this lot?
Case conference, Charlie. John, I'm not trying to do anything to you personally. We get paid whatever. Screw him. Really. I mean, who is he?
Really? Well, we work for him. Now, you might not like that because his face doesn't fit, but he has an arguable defense, and you're supposed to represent that!
I haven't heard any complaints.
You haven't heard any yet. Eric?
Distance to Earth's nearest star.
93 million miles. And I can only do geography and sport. Don't listen to Peter's advice.
I'll be 40 by the time I get out. I'm stuffed. Listen to Peter.
You're not stuffed. Listen to me. Let me tell you about my dad.
Do you have to?
Yes. Yes. He gave up. He let himself be beaten. And every single person since I came back from London has been telling me the same thing. You know, give up, walk away. Well, I've been walking away for the last 10 years, Eric, and I'll tell you this for nothing. Gets you nowhere.
If you're so clever, how come Peter's a barrister? I don't see him shoving leaflets through doors.
The reason Peter wants you to plead guilty, Eric, is because he's got another case. Probably worth 20 times what you're on legal aid. That's why he's not shoving leaflets through doors.
He knows what he's doing?
Yes, he's sending you to prison.
Peter said he could pull a few strings.
And what does that make you? Pinocchio?
I'll see you in the morning.
John Close?
Graham True. I have an unexpected window in my diary.
I was thinking about your suggestion.
And?
You're completely mad. You're seriously telling me you want a partnership in the business?
We don't have much of a business.
We don't have anything. Who's we?
I want to make this work. I'm not afraid of difficulties. If I fail, you lose nothing. If I don't, you've got something to come back to.
Wrong again. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming out of here. Sheriff Travis, lonesome lawman of the wild frontier. He's rescued White Cloud from bandits lost in Comanche country. White Cloud is the daughter of Chief Running Bear. She's also the chief's favorite. So Travis doesn't know all this. All he's got to do is not get captured by bandits or killed by Running Bear and cross Death Valley without a horse and canteen. And if he can do all this without a gun, he's laughing.
Is he going to make it?
I wouldn't think so. He just got shot in the leg.
Not my sort of thing.
Pity. You might have learned something from it.
Thank you, Mr. True. If you change your mind.
Oh, you're up early. Now, I've spoken to the dear old
Just cut the
judge.
crap, Peter. Get straight to the point.
I've organised a rearrangement for the start of the trial. Give Eric a chance to change the plea to guilty. Judge says he's happy if that's what the client wants.
Well, I'm not happy. I don't care about the judge.
All of this is perfectly legal.
And did you tell him it was all for your convenience as well?
Don't do it if that's how you feel. Walk away.
I can't walk away. He's my client. You don't drink coffee?
I tried a phone. Save you the trip. You're not the only one who's up early.
Me and Peter have had a chat, John.
And this town ain't big enough for the both of us?
I don't think you should work on this anymore. Thanks for everything.
Who is it?
Will you stop messing about? I was going to ask for the market value of the property, but the gutterings just answered that.
Did I tell you about the ghost?
It's got a ghost.
She comes out that wall at midnight. Yeah, she comes out or hasn't got a ghost. Got mice though. Got mice.
What possessed you?
Because I was nowhere in London. No, I've done it, Jess. That's a mistake. That's me.
You've got forms to fill in. I can't get you a loan, not for 20,000, just like that. But it's possible we can do something. We need to get this place down on paper first. Save the speeches. You'll need this. It's a cheque against my high-interest account. It's for 5,500.
I can't take it.
I can't give it you. It's a loan. You're going to pay me back at 2% below the bank base rate. It's the cheapest bloody money you're going to get. Will it see you through to the end of the month?
I've just been sacked by my one and only client. I'm not really a partner here. If I take this...
Take it and fill out these forms. The only thing I want you to do for me is make this work for you.
But I thought you'd been sacked.
Did you hear that?
Tim's dad. Newcastle's not that big a place.
Where are you from?
Near Salisbury.
Why Newcastle?
Okay, so it's not the home counties, but isn't that the point? Meet people somewhere different?
It's different as the court and castle.
I thought you'd been sacked.
No, I just want to understand what happened. I studied law and politics at Durham, and I drank in the Union Bar.
Well, we were tired of the Union Bar.
I wouldn't have gone to a place like that.
Tim gets a buzz out of damn market dives.
You always do what Tim wants.
I tried to tell him that I didn't want to be there. But you don't argue with Tim, not when he's in that mood.
You argued? You argued with Tim? We need to sort this out, Marie.
I'm sick of this whole thing.
Did Tim beat you up?
I'm sick of Tim, I'm sick of answering questions, and I'm sick of you.
Did Tim beat you up?
I don't want to talk about it. You're not even anything to do with this anymore. I don't deserve what happened.
What about Eric? What does he deserve?
Just go.
I think Marie was attacked by Tim after an argument. He wanted to stay, she wanted to go home.
For Christ's sake!
I'm not sure how much of this she can bring herself to admit, but I'm pretty sure she remembers what happened. You are worth more than this.
You were sacked.
This isn't about him or me. It's about you.
Oh, come on.
Before we can commence this trial, I must tell you that the defence has requested, and has been granted, a rearrangement. In effect, the defendant will be given a fresh opportunity, in light of new evidence, to plead guilty or not guilty to the matter put before him. Stand up, please, Mr. Allison.
State your name for the court.
Eric James Allison.
To the charge of grievous bodily harm, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. I plead not guilty.
Your Honour,
Chambers?
Am I back in a job?
What do you think?
John Close, Your Honour. I'm Eric Allison's solicitor.
No disrespect, Your Honour, but should Mr. Close actually be in here?
I think I'm able to decide who I want in my chambers. Gather your thoughts, Mr. Hart.
I feel I can no longer represent my client, Your Honour. My understanding was that he would plead guilty.
Your Honour, Mr. Allison has always claimed he didn't commit this crime.
He agreed a plea of guilty.
Because he doesn't want a life sentence.
Mr. Hart, your eagerness to leave us doesn't have anything to do with a certain Treasury Council case tomorrow.
There's a genuine difference of legal opinion, Your Honour.
Does Mr. Allison have a viable defence?
Oh, yes, Your Honour.
Since you're responsible for presenting that defence to the court, I'd say you need to go back in there and do that. We'll adjourn till tomorrow.
As Your Honour pleases.
Did he tell you about his last case?
I think you've made a mistake, old son. I seriously do. Still, with a legal giant like Mr. Close on board, you really don't need me.
He's trying to get himself sacked. Don't do it.
Is that what you want?
I don't want to be wasting my time with a pair of social misfits.
Get back to your golf club.
So sack me then. Bon voyage.
Ah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You devious toffee-nosed git. Get your fat ass back in here first thing in the morning and start doing what you're paid for. Excuse the French. Will it be a woman barrister?
Yeah, same one who did your PDA. Oh, nothing to worry about. I'm going to take you through tomorrow, step by step.
I'm off.
Oh! Before you go. We're not out of the woods yet, but we are back in business. Well, at least till the end of the month. 2 months' wages. Cash, plus a little bit extra for sticking by me. Just call it a bonus.
Call it a miracle.
Did you get the job?
They said I lacked enthusiasm.
Don't know what they mean.
Thanks very much.
Your money?
Do you mind if I count mine?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
Sorry?
Kim, can you stand here? Right, Eric. Final dress rehearsal. You get through this, you've broken the sound barrier. Now, when was the last time you sat in on a court case, Kim? Doesn't matter. Right, Eric. This is your prosecution barrister. And Kim, this is your next unlucky victim.
John, it's embarrassing, man.
You've got to be able to face questions from a woman, Eric. Right, Kim.
What?
Could you read the first question?
It's embarrassing.
Oh, please.
Where were you on the night of the 18th?
Could you ask her with a bit more tact?
Where were you on the night of the 18th?
We all know where I was.
And what did you say to her?
Don't look at me.
I asked her if she wanted a drink.
And what was the answer?
Not at me.
I put it to you, Mr. Allison, that this is a very serious matter and should be treated with all seriousness.
Very good, Kim.
So, I'll leave it to the jury. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. You just sat on the jury.
You could be right about Timothy Long. Apparently he's been in trouble twice before. He assaulted a student nurse in Gilbert Street and a waitress in Coasters Wine Bar last New Year. Both times, Daddy got the charges dropped.
Where'd you hear all this?
Oh, well, you really should take up golf, old son. Got most of it in a sand trap on the 17th hole.
So when you tell the jury?
Now, that might be a problem.
Well, if you don't win this, Peter, I'll make sure you're buried in the 17th hole.
You're certain the defendant is the man who attacked you?
Yes, I'm certain.
And you're not in any way mistaken about who it was you saw?
I could hardly mistake him for anyone else.
Thank you, Mr. Long. No further questions, Your Honour.
Mr. Hart?
No questions, Your Honour.
Nothing at all?
No.
Ask him about the other women.
Oh, that's inadmissible as evidence, I'm afraid. It's only allegations I can't prove.
You're deliberately trying to lose this, aren't you?
Is that what you really think?
What exactly did you say to Miss James?
I said, would you let me buy you a drink, please?
I'm sorry, could you tell me that again?
Would you let me buy you a drink, please?
And I'm sure the court appreciates your candor, Mr. Allison, and the respect with which you treat women. And what did Miss James say?
She just sort of
laughed. Now, in your statement, you say that you found Miss James lying in the alley. Why did you run away?
Someone came into the alley.
And are they in court? For the record, the defendant has indicated Timothy Long.
I ran because I felt awkward. I'm awkward. That's all.
No more questions, Your Honour.
Miss Jessup.
On a dry eye in the house.
Are you married, Mr. Allison? Do you have a girlfriend?
Is she allowed to do this?
Oh, she's bet me 50 quid he's still a virgin. Objection, Your Honour. This has nothing to do with what occurred on the night in question.
Just answer, Mr. Allison.
No.
Must have been frustrating. A nice, pretty girl like Marie turning you down. Did it make you angry?
Why should it make us angry? If what you're saying is true, I should be used to being turned down.
There is something odd about Eric Allison. He's a gentleman. Sincere, polite, and wishing more than anything not to cause offense. Now let us consider Marie James's boyfriend, Timothy Long. An educated, middle-class boy with a decent upbringing, but not, it seems, a gentleman. When he and Marie walked into the Corkin Castle, they acted as if they owned the place. They were drunk, they were arrogant, and people like Eric were there purely for their amusement. Now, Mr. Allison is not as educated, as articulate, or as well turned out as Mr. Long, but he is more honorable by far. If you find him guilty, you'll be sending an innocent man and an honest one to prison for life.
Not guilty. You clever sword.
That was a good summing up.
Yeah, that's what he doesn't need a good summing up. He needs a good scene to by a woman. Anyway, I can't stand around and chat. I'll just make that Treasury Counsel case.
Well, I was really...
I don't know what to say.
You can say thank you.
You don't have to say anything.
Well, thanks anyway.
You are now officially partner of Simons and True.
Or close and true, as we now like to call it.
Howdy.
Partner. Did he make it?
Travis? Oh, yes, he made it in the end.
Can I ask you a question?
Better be quick. They've just given me my lagacto.
How did you end up in here?
Tried to burn the place down. Got a can of petrol and poured it all over my desk. I wanted to get rid of it all. Everything. And I'd do it again.
Yes, well, you built it up in the first place.
You'll do it too.
Thanks for your help, Mr. True.
One thing before you go. Make sure you draw those curtains for me. And don't come back.